Hello YouTube, welcome to Hockmed Gaming. I'm Hockmed. I am here with some more out of ore. Trying to think, left off digging a bunch of iron and other random stuff. I think we're gonna head back there and get a little bit more of that. Um, and then we probably got to get some work done on that ramp and get down into that cut. Think we got to get moving on that while we get a bunch of floors and walls being made. Um, Well, probably still just floors. I don't know if I'm going to mess with any walls yet. Because we have all, like, the smelters and stuff over there. Still don't really be sitting on anything. So, got to get that going. And then we still have to get up here and level this off up here. Right to the right of the truck. So we can extend our factory over. Or we take it up another level. Not sure. Not sure what route we want to go on that. Yeah, we ain't doing first person. Nuh-uh. Alright, so let's get up here. Yeah, we got all of that still. We have... Was that coal there? I don't remember if that was coal or no. I think that was stuff we can dig up. Some more iron. Let's see here. Just kind of... Well, I was wondering what the heck happened. I forgot we left old boy there. Yeah, I guess I was outside that. So, let's pull up here so we can kind of get that stuff there. Depth perception definitely is a hard thing to get. Kind of makes me question: would I want like the little zone underneath it that shows up that kind of shows where the bucket is? Kind of indifferent. I'm not 100% sure, because part of me likes it just to help with, the depth and stuff like that. But part of me goes, just get good and you don't have to worry about it. I mean, I can rotate the camera and stuff. Like it's needs to be there or anything. It's just one of them things that makes me wonder, should I or would I like that? I think ultimately no. Let's see here. I don't really know where I want to go next. Probably just stay right here. Definitely nice getting some new, bigger equipment. I did take out the money, so got that all set. I was like, man, I should have a little less than that, but we did run and dirt and stuff would have been selling as well. So I didn't really pay attention at the end, but minus everything out. This trip ain't really too far. I mean, one person, it's a little bit, obviously, but I think ultimately for like that kind of distance, 3 people would be okay. 4 would probably be the best. I think if you had one guy up an excavator and two in the truck, two in a truck, there might be a little wait time. But I think if you had 3 guys driving, it'd probably be pretty consistent digging. So I think we're gonna take another load or two, and then we're gonna go work. Probably work on the pit. Just gotta drive big boy down here. Not too bad, I don't think. Oh, right there. That's the other spot. So if we need to get some more down the road, I mean, we will. If we don't hit any iron and stuff in our pit, we'll, come up here to, I think that spot back there. Or there. I don't know. Sometimes the textures change once you get close to it compared to distance. So it's hard to tell sometimes. It'd be kind of nice, a deco pack again. And like guardrails, stuff like that. Straight, maybe some slight degree turns up to like a 90. I think that would be kind of nice to have. So I'm trying not to dig up the road, because I really don't want to have to flatten that out. I know there's some material under it, but I still don't want to have to try to mess with that anymore. I'm already going to have to do some probably decent amount of work to get the paver to go down there and get some stuff in there looking good. Have the asphalt actually try to be decent as I can. Fortunately, if it's not almost god tier flat, it's not gonna look ideal. Alright, you are definitely full. I still have that way to go a little bit too if I wanted. Sorry, let's do one more trip. One more trip, then let's figure out how we want to go about getting our ramp built down there. Definitely don't want to drive over the bumpy road. That's gonna probably spill out all that stuff. In fact, let's try to hammer this down. I would say hammer. I don't know why. I just feel like I'm hammering it down, but let's try to flatten that back out where, I was a little off on my location of my dump truck, rock truck. Yeah, we'll go through this road once we get there and probably try to just fine tune it a little bit. I'm not going to mess with it too much. The paver works, as in the fact, obviously we'll lay down some asphalt and paint the ground that color. But like I said, I mean, this here is going to be probably a little rough looking. We'll try to probably right here. This here might need just a little bit of touch up. Add some, remove some, whatever it takes. Down here is still whole another ball game. Got to do some work right here too, because it's kind of a decent bump. But that's hopefully going to become concrete at some point. All right, let's grab one more load. Supports for the water line. Definitely need to get those to metal frames over the wood ones. Like I said, we got a lot of work on the plant to do. The plant and the parts of the plant. And all the main stuff down on the bottom. We still have the smelters. Like I said, we got to floor up. We got to get the whole plate and roller and even the bar roller production in there so we can get bars out of it instead of me having a little makeshift one. Have to finish getting to the what am I thinking here? Oh, the asphalt part done to make asphalt, so we haven't found what we need yet really, but still need to get that made and ready. Yeah, then we just gotta do some paving. And then whatever else there's a few things we have to do. But ultimately I think paving's gonna be the biggest. Yeah, we'll take one more. This will probably be a lot more of the other not iron, that darker stuff there. But that's alright. That's a pretty decent start for what we need. Alright, so question is now, do we need this? I don't really know, but I say we take it. Let's take it back. If we need, well, when we need more iron, if we haven't found it in our main pit. There's a lot closer spots here. Okay, high is the same speed as low? Or is it? I thought I fixed all this. I thought I fixed all of it, and maybe it's just this machine. Yeah, I don't have any more throttles and stuff set on it. I don't think so. I know that one don't matter. Vehicles, lights, beacons, gear up, gear down. None of that should matter. Alright. We are going to... Boom. We're going to do... I don't know what I picked up. I picked up one of my old ones down there. Alright. Let's cook on down. We still got, I mean, we got obviously more there in that little corner and obviously some a little deeper, but that's enough to get us pushing forward again where we want. All right, let's get down here. Let's get this emptied and let's go figure out our plan for the ramp. I mean, ideally I can just, you know, use the loader or dozer or the excavator, but the excavator ain't going to reach far enough if I'm going to go as deep as I planned on. All right, you're good to go. Let's take a look at what we got here. Oh, I picked up my 200. Where were you? You were like right here somewhere, I think. Oh no, you were way over there. Yeah, close enough. You're out of the way and... Out of the way. Don't care. So I need to... I don't know, man. I don't know what to do here. Maybe... maybe we do this. Maybe we just take this probably about right where it is, and we'll mainly use the loader or the excavator up top. And once we clear this, then we can use the bagger going this way to like open up that other cut. That might be worth doing, because if I dig down like I'm talking, like, you know, like that kind of depth here, I'm not gonna be able to use the bagger really. There ain't enough room to rotate it, anything like that. I wouldn't be able to use the bagger till I got it cleared out, you know. I'll just throw a guesstimation of here. So that means that's going to be a lot of dirt removal without it. I think we'll do that. Let's just stick with pretty much the level we're on. We'll clean all this out. Once we get over here, if we decide, hey, you know, let's use the bagger. Okay, that's fine, whatever. But other than that, we'll use the bagger to keep opening the cut. I think that might actually be a lot better. Okay. Oh my God, I don't know where any of my stuff is. You my good one? You should be. And actually, trying to think here how I want to do this. Part of me says bring this guy down here and just work it back. Just move this hopper over there. Let's that's a lot steeper than I was thinking in my head. I don't really have a way down up into the pit with that guy, do I? About to. It may not be the safest, but I'm gonna have a way. I'm gonna take it in there. Oh god. You know it ain't gonna work out well, but we're gonna do it anyway. Shovel's amazing tool. I think I can make that work. As long as I can get back up here. Switch that weight around. There we go. All right. I don't think that's really, that ain't too sketchy. And having my boom that high probably is doing that, but so ultimately I think as long as I just get us down to the flat spot, a lot of that I can just clean up with the loader as well. Let's see here. Where's my other one? There. Yep. There's definitely stuff there. All right, let's go grab some conveyors. This might be more of a pain in the butt than it's worth in the end. You know, setting this up for this because we're going to move probably a decent amount of dirt up here. All right, I'm just going to take all of those. Take some lefts. We'll take some rights and lefts. 4, 2, 8. Up. You want the big hopper, right? And, because I almost would have forgot these, need those, and power cable. That should do it. Man, I had like an eyelash in my eye earlier. Now, now it feels like I have one constantly in there. Let's see here. I don't know. We're just going to do that, do that. Do that. Straight, 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 straight. Oh, no, I wanted to. Technically a down, too, huh? Technically, we want a down as well. I didn't think about that little freaking whoop-de-doo we have there. Yes, I always go with we. You guys get blamed for all the stupid stuff I do as well. Still need to get a grate for that, too. I used them. I needed them for the plant when I expanded. So it's been a while, and I never remember them. Down. Straight. Let's go right. I think you can just throw the big hopper right on there. Oh my god. Did I forget the... So freaking terrible. I don't know. Just try some random spots. I know you measure them out, but... Oh, stop jiggling. Alright. We just need our power input for that system. And I'll have a 3x in here for sure. Right there. It's like, I know I seen one. And let's go another GPS so we can put it either on the excavator or the loader to try to keep our height level the same across there. I know that's gonna be a little close for right now, but ultimately, I'm not sure why I put it on that side. Ooh, what are those? Are those 1800? We're close. All right. Oh my god. The freaking joystick moving, like me, like rotating my joystick. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on, back off, back off, back off. It's extremely, like, sensitive. It's not the game. I think it's my joystick. Alright, let's clear out some of this top stuff first, as soon as we can. we'll definitely have to go down there and do some cleanup. Wasn't high enough. Because even if I do like max depth with this here, obviously over like over there where I have it's lower max depth. Well, obviously I'll just keep the same bump. So definitely gonna have to do some work on that. Let's- Cooking pretty good. I said it's been a while since I've really used this machine. Last episode and obviously this one. Getting the joystick feel, and I think I have I've been doing some flight sim, just playing around with the career and stuff in there, just kind of off time, and I think I have my sensitivity and my profile set up for that, which is a little more sensitive or more linear than I usually have on this. I think this I have a little different setting. I don't know if I come over here all the way, if I'm still going to reach that. Probably not, huh? Well, maybe. I would say that's a reach. It may be barely a reach, but I would say I reached. Let's see here. This question is how long till I fall in? I'm going to try to make it through this episode without it, but definitely no promises, especially if I do that and drive forward instead of backwards. But ideally, I'm going to use this just to try to get me down here. Once I have enough room, it'll be the loader, I think. I don't know. Come on, up a little higher. I guess that's another good thing to have GPS on for, too, if I really wanted. I can just look quickly, and if I'm not really paying attention, and know that I am high enough to clear the hopper over here. because unless I move my camera down, I just don't know. There we go. Now, it's going to make for kind of a ugly looking line over here, but I think I'm just going to do it this way. Come on. Episode of digging. We've had a couple of those lately, so that's been good. Try to make up for it when we start building some more plant and fingers crossed, laying some pavement. Alright, I know that's a little ugly there, but we'll clean that up. Like I said, probably with the loader. I knew it. As soon as I started pouring, I said, oh, that ain't going to be all in there. But I hope all of you are having a wonderful day, or morning, or night, wherever it is you may be residing at the time. Cold and snowy and icy and windy here, like always. Yeah, that'll be fine. Especially if I just keep dumping it off the back like that. Alright, let's get down here and see what we can kind of do. Let's grab the roller, let's roll it, and then we'll be able to kind of better see what we can do. I know we're going to have definitely some work to do and probably cut this a little bit more. And get down here and clean it up with, I don't know if I want to say the dozer. Come on, back up, baby. think this is going to be a bad spot here if I do it right now. Maybe able to... I am probably going to screw up everything, but that's all right. Actually, surprisingly, shocked I'm going to say this, but I really think I need to turn on the sensitivity. I think cab rotates too fast for how it's set up. Was that insane? Usually everything seems a little too slow. But I know Friday they talked about it's not going to make it in there. Yeah. This is kind of, I think, what they're kind of working on next, I believe, right? Working on getting some of the tracked vehicles and stuff feeling a little bit better. Oh, man. Definitely doing rough with the height thing. I know I said I should throw the GPS on there, and I know the height for sure, and that'll help out, but I haven't done that yet. Slowly getting to the hopper point. I ain't able to move over anymore from here, I don't think. I think we're pretty much... Oh, God, I thought the game crashed for a second. It hit the max reach of this, and it kind of like had like one little stutter on it. It felt like a stutter. Yeah, I thought it was crashing. Whatever. I think part of the problem, I have like a kind of like a muscle memory for the height is. Like idea like, yeah, that looks high enough. And I start rotating and moving it over before it's up because it's just, I don't know, it's so slow. I don't know what it is. But I'm like, oh, based on how fast it's rotating and my bucket going up, I should be there. And I'm always wrong. I think that's the feeling. that I'm experiencing. All right. It's not looking half bad. We have a lot of work to do, but how full are you? Okay, you're empty. You should be all good. Where's my left? There. We might be at that point right now. Or we're going to need to now I even have a higher lip to mess with. But we might need to add another turbine to this setup over here. Ugh. Ain't no closer than that. I don't think. I don't know. We might be able to get closer, but we have, what, 5 to spare. I mean, we already got turbines sitting in the storage. Alright. This might be a little bit of a pain. But I was trying to make it. Trying to make it so I could back up, but the angle and everything that I'm on is not gonna help anything. Ultimately, yeah, I think just having the truck backed up right here, dropping it in there and loading it would be nice and work good too. And don't worry about the bucket going through the power line. That's, oops, that's not really a big deal. Like, I'm grounded. Could you imagine if they put that in there? Like, if you hit, like, the wires or anything with any of your equipment, that, like, you'll blow all the, you know, poles all the way back to the source and the other way or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, I would be down for that. Some people I know wouldn't, but I think that'd be kind of... I don't think you can... No, you can do the poles. Okay, I was like, I don't think you can even have any interactions with them. But yeah, like if you touch the lines, they just freaking all blow. Or, you know, maybe X number both ways. Like, it blows 4 poles left and then, or, you know, that way and that way. That'd be kind of nifty. Oops. Barely touched it. Not sure what happened there. I don't think I was hitting the hopper. Maybe. Dump that huge load in there. I think when I let go, it rotates pretty decently a lot further after it stops, which may be realistic. I don't know why I've never gotten really used to that. It's definitely gonna be hard to make this level. I'm definitely gonna have to try to like do my best once I come on, stop turning. Once I get to, might have to remove the turn in the bucket that way and just put it on the keyboard or something. Because I feel like I must be twisting on just a little bit as I'm like going up and down and left and right with it. But either way, I'm going to have to, once I get this kind of first part where I can get the loader down there and the doze, I'm going to screw it all up with the dozer. That's for sure. Try to get it started here fresh. Like there, I like just turned and didn't feel like I was turning it, but maybe mentally I didn't think it, but actually I was. I'm sure I was. That time I was for sure. I was trying to straighten up the machine and then rotate. But like I said, it rotates quicker than it turns, and I don't really ever... I can't get it figured out right. I can't get like the timing right for how quick it rotates compared to how quick it turns. And then like as soon as I stop turning, like So I let go, and the bucket keeps... Like, that was... I let go of them both at the same time. So, it's just kind of getting used to it. I may never get used to it. I might not have to. It might be part of the rework, and all in all, just everything will just feel different, I'm sure, by the time they're done. All right, let's try to flatten you out a little bit. We gotta get... Definitely don't look pretty down here. Looks terrible. That's how I do most of my work. And I think just because I'm in a pretty good mood, having a pretty good time, ultimately, I think I'm gonna go get the dozer and try to see what I can clean up with that. Kind of don't want you to go too far. Let's just park you there. You should be good. All right, yeah. Let's have some fun. All right, how many times am I going to rip up the ground? Oh, never mind. There's one. 3 foot off the ground. Let's rip it up. That's probably what, like, one of the, that's it. That's what I hate the most, like that kind of stuff. Like, it makes it so hard to drive this thing around. Like with the blade up. Just wait for auto saves and then drive it where you need to real quick. Depending on what your settings on, like mine's on a half hour, I think. Every half hour you get to drive it for like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. I do know, like I said, it is definitely skill issue as well. I don't think they're the greatest machines, and they know it, and they're working on it too. So I know it's not just skill, but I do know it is a skill issue, and I need to like keep it in first gear. I just gotta know how to switch in the gearbox back and forth for other machines. Like just shifting some of the stuff just doesn't make sense. But when I go to use it like a long time, I think I'll just throw it in there in manual so we can keep it in first while we're driving. Yeah, screw it, we're good. Beacon. You know, to be honest with you, I don't think that really looks all that bad. And I might end up getting like some wood planks down here on the bottom just to help set my levelness and stuff. I ain't shy to use anything I can to help. It's definitely a little crooked. I definitely need to take more down off this side. In fact, let's run this down here. And part of that's probably for me getting this machine too close to the sidewall and it kind of like, you know, swooping like it does. Something that says, don't touch it, dummy. And I should probably listen to it, because... like I said, this here definitely needs to be cut down a little bit. Screw it, let's do it. Let's back up. Let's start over. I like how the thing's just like floating and drifting off to the side, and oh brother. They're working on it. It's gonna be fixed. It's gonna be better. It's gonna be better. Take away my skill issue. I mean, if I'm pushing too much dirt, or, you know, if I'm going too fast, it should be slowing me down automatically. Like, hey, the machine can't push this much dirt, you know, it's too much. And the fact that it just is like, looks like a friggin' popcorn kernel on a popcorn machine, just like bouncing around, sliding like instantly to the side. Yeah, it needs work. They're working on it. I'll give them some time. But I will definitely say, get modders in here. Just open it up. Just make that priority one. Let modders deal with it, because they will definitely take care of it, no problem, I'm sure. Like, if you need a new voxel system, get a new voxel system. Whatever you need, I am on board for. As long as we can dig and have a good time, that I am down. Voxel the problem, get rid of it. Go somewhere else. Rebuild the whole game. Make out of ore redux. It don't matter. Like, let's get the digging what it should be. No drills, no semis, no trains, no mine carts, no water, all the stuff I want, none of it. I don't want any of that right now. Just get the digging and the machines that we have feeling like butter. If that means get to Unreal 5 so you can use a different voxel system, do it. if that means to open up the game to all modding, not just vehicles, and let a modder come in here and see what they can do, because nothing against devs of any game, modders do amazing things. Do it. You know, let's just get the core fixed up real quick. There's enough machines in here. Honestly, at this point, the only machine that I'd really, really want is going to be smaller equipment, you know, like I've said multiple times. Let's just get the core right now. Even the mini equipment. Don't even bring that out right now. Don't bring out the core DLC packs, nothing. Get modding support for the game, not just for vehicles. Let people mod in new devices, all of it. And honestly, I think that I honestly believe that'd be a brilliant move. Because like right now, there's mod support, you know, coming, and it's going to be just basically for vehicle creation from the way I took it and the way it was kind of explained to me. So the only mod you're going to have is just different vehicles in here. Open it up to full modding support, because people are going to make stuff like you can't please everybody, right? I mean, as I sit here and complain about the voxel and the blades and the tracked vehicles, which, like I said, to be fair, they, according to their last dev blog, they are working on them. But there's just got to be different aspects that people want. Somebody's going to want realistic. Somebody's going to want arcade. Somebody's going to want, you know, something in the middle of that. And the realistic thing about it is you're not going to be able to please it all. But if you get mod support in there, then guess what? Let someone else make an arcade mode. Or a super bucket mode, you know. I know it's probably not gonna do well in the digging, and that is probably part of the reason, because right now, I mean, you know, the map is ungodly huge. More map than we're even capable of digging. Like, if I spent 100 years in here digging this, I still can't dig the whole map. Like, it's just, there's stuff ain't there, and I know they've got it working better and increased it. But, and there's plenty of digging. I mean, before you hit that, like, save file limit and stuff where you just can't dig anymore, like, very few people have hit it, and the ones that, you know, I don't know about solo. I don't know if anybody solos hit the dig limit. I'm sure, maybe, I mean, it's possible, but I think for the most part, it's been all multiplayer stuff. I know that'll be fixed, but so I could see why, you know, some mods will break the game. You know, oh, you know, a bucket that digs half the map at a time. Yeah, that would be a problem. But hopefully, if they get that figured out, fixed, let's just open up mod support for everything. But let's get these cores done. If from what I'm hearing, the voxel system and the digging, you know, is where these limitations are, where you're having troubles. Just scratch it. Scratch it. Fix what you're going to fix here. You know, get this one working the best you can. Unreal 5, let's go. Get it up. Leave this branch forever in the thing, so people will always have this branch. Get to Unreal 5 and boogie. Oh no. Go ahead and flatten that spot out. That's where the blade was rubbing on the ground. And it kills immersion, but just let me turn off the blade. Let me just turn off the blade. Let me just let it go right through the terrain. I don't matter. Just, I'd rather, I mean, I guess it's not any more immersion breaking than having it 6 foot off the ground and it digging dirt, you know, so. Just makes it hard to move, makes it hard to load in, to transfer anywhere. Like, I understand if, you know, the blade is dropping into the ground and it digs it up, but, I mean, you've seen it was, you know, I'll say 6 feet, so I'm going to call my guy 6 foot, so, you know, 5 foot off the ground, we'll go with. Digging in. All right, this don't look half bad. This turned out pretty decent. Still need to cut this here more, but I'm not worried because we're going to be digging. And that might be a better thing for the loader, just to go down there. So ideally, next time we're going to finish digging, trying to dig this side off here so we can get the loader down here, probably pull some flooring and find our depth we want, and probably put flooring across here so we can make it as straight as possible. I'm not a pro. I just play. I have fun with it, and that's all that matters. So I'll put flooring down to get us our levelness that we want, and then bring her down here and just freaking bring the loader and just bring it. I think we're going to do that. Eventually we'll hit this spot here, which is going to be a little lower, but we'll still have some digging to do. And maybe we'll bring the bagger in here for that, or maybe we'll just use the bagger to like shelf. This right here is going to be a little high, but still, this here will be pretty close for it. Wow, where it sits. Well, whatever. We'll just grab the dozer and push off the top layer if we have to. And then, so we'll get down there, and then so like you said, about that, and you see the cones there, all the way to that was like kind of like the proposed full pit. Way too big, I think, for single player right off the bat. But as I get further and bring people in that want to play and stuff like that, probably do some live streams with it. Once I get kind of past the challenge part, we'll be able to do that. So yeah, we'll definitely be using the bagger. Maybe by then we'll have the bigger bagger and it'll be even better. But yeah, I think that's pretty decent. We got a good little yeah, I like that. I think we'll widen that up there eventually too. Once we get like a 400 or 500 or whatever. They got 500 now. I don't remember what one they added. Yeah, 500. Once we get that boy and see how narrow this is, we'll widen it up and move from there. All right, good progress. Good progress. We're going to continue on the pit next episode unless something else changes. I don't know what it would be, but yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button for me. If you want to leave a comment below, any thoughts or ideas, tell me how bad I am at the dozer. I already know, just so you're aware. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I'd appreciate it if you did. It helps out, supports the channel and gets us going. Memberships available if anybody's interested, and Discord in the description. Hope you have a wonderful night, evening, and morning, and hope to see you next video. Bye.